Imagine you become emperor at 16. You literally set the capital on fire, and all the while, you just wanted to be an artist. I'm talking, of course, about Emperor Nero. But first of all, how did he become emperor when he was number 1,000,000 in the line of succession? Nero was born Lucius Domitius Enobarbus. He was the only son of Gnaeus Domitius Enobarbus and Agrippina the Younger. He was also the great-great-grandson of no other than Emperor Augustus. Now, his mother Agrippina was the sister of the then Emperor Caligula. And now brace yourself, because if you thought succession was messy, you haven't met the Julio-Claudian dynasty. When he's very young, his mother Agrippina is exiled to a remote island for plotting against Emperor Caligula. Yes, her own brother. Nero is stripped of his inheritance and sent to live with an aunt. Oh yes, because also his father dies. Not that they'd miss each other. Apparently, his own father said that Nero had a detestable nature and would become a public danger. Fatherly love. But things start to look up for Nero when Emperor Caligula dies and Claudius succeeds him. Because Nero's mom Agrippina marries Claudius, and she was a master manipulator who deserves her own video, persuades him to adopt Nero and pick him as his successor over his own son. Poor baby Britannicus must have had severe daddy issues. A clear sign of this new line of succession being established is that as soon as Nero's 16, they make him marry Claudius's daughter Octavia. Yes, his own stepsister. In 54 AD, Emperor Claudius dies. Are we surprised? And ancient historians claim he was poisoned by our master puppeteer, Miss Agrippina herself. Modern historians are very much divided. However, it is very suspicious.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Right before Claudius's death, Agrippina had done a makeover of the staff. Tutors, Praetorian guards, high officials, with men that would be loyal to her if something were to happen. In life, you never know. And so, in 54, we get Emperor Nero Claudius Caesar Augustus Germanicus.
Esteban Julio Ricardo Montoya de Rosa Ramirez.
And guys, his early reign is really good. First few years, his administration is solid. Nero is still very young, and he relies heavily on his advisors Burrus and Seneca. Yep, the Seneca. With some suggesting that in later years, he would panic having to make decisions on his own. I mean, same. And let's not forget that this lady was still in the picture. His mother Agrippina initially thought she would basically be running the show. And it is to be noted that Agrippina uses the first few years to remove all of her potential political opponents in a very final way. Nero immediately shows his taste for the extravagant. He starts building projects that are insanely expensive. However, some claim that being a period of deflation, that was a strategy to boost public work and charity to help the economy. We'll never know. And then, the arts. Nero is a huge artist wannabe, to a point that makes the ruling class very uncomfortable. He sings and plays the cithara, loves to act, loves attention and fame in general. He'd equate himself to Apollo and Hercules. He even participates in the Olympics. He bribes the organizers to postpone the games for a year so he can join. In between games, he sings and plays and acts on stage. He, of course, wins every contest, even when he gets thrown off a chariot and leaves the race. He is crowned on the assumption that he would have won had he stayed. He's an only child, what did you expect? But, egomania aside, first years of his reign, with his dream team still going strong, he's a good emperor. The empire's doing well. Particularly noteworthy are the fiscal reforms that place stricter controls on tax collectors, and the fact that Nero allows slaves to file complaints about their treatment. But then his mother, and the spiraling begins. Had to part two.